I don't think it's morning anymore. I think it's afternoon. So good afternoon, everyone. Um, Here we are. We've got the slide out today. We are in a campground, the same one actually that we were in before. Um, yeah, and it was our small check day. So, even though it's mostly spent by now, it is small check day. Hello, honey. Are you okay over there?
I'm okay. Hello, where are you?
Hello. I know. We have so much space. The dog is all excited. Bree, how are you doing? She says, I see something next door. I gotta look out the door. Yeah, it doesn't take us very long to set up anymore. um, so yes, we are at 50 Point Conservation Area again, camping. We ran into a bit of dire straits yesterday, pretty late in the day, but we ran out of electricity in our coach batteries. Yes, those new ones. So our fridge was without electricity for part of the night, and so I was kind of worried that we were going to lose the food in the freezer and have to eat it right away. But it's all still frozen, so it's all good. Um, we should probably pull the hamburger patties out so we can eat those up for supper because that's sort of the plan is we're going to have hamburgers for supper. We've been really craving hamburgers lately. We had the most wonderful breakfast this morning. We got it at A&W, but it was their breakfast plate. So they do 2 eggs, 2 sausages, 2 pieces of bacon, a hash brown, and 2 pieces of toast. And it was really yummy. And Brie got her own little
And tomatoes.
and tomatoes. Yes, 2 slices of tomato on each plate. I got to eat all four because Gary doesn't like tomatoes that much unless he's forced into it. But he's just putting a garbage bag into the garbage can and tossing out the coffee cups that we had earlier. But yeah, so we are here for the night. Now, when we drove into the gate or through the gate, and we're at the thing checking in, um, the girl originally said it was $74 and something for the night, which is a lot higher than it says in their brochure. And then when it came to the total, she said it was $59 and something. So we were relieved at the $59, not so much at the 74. But when we were here last time, we were only here for a day, and it cost us $24. So staying all night, we're plugged in. We have power. We can microwave things. We can plug in our kettle and have coffee. We even have Wi-Fi for the night, which is awesome. So we may be able to get our own internet set up while we're here. That's kind of going to be one of our little things we want to do. We can also check our awning and see if it'll go out. Um, and if it does, that's awesome because then we get a little bit of shade on that side. Although it is pretty shaded on that side. Um, if the awning goes out, though, that's even that much better. But yes, so we do have the full size of our kitchen and living room, and that is really, really a blessing because we've been sort of in crowded quarters for a couple of weeks, well longer, since the last time we parked. And I don't even know if we took. Did we have the slide out when we were here last time? I don't
Yes.
remember. No, we didn't because it poured rain and we shut it. We closed it in, remember? So we were kind of shut in. But anyway, today we have it. It's a beautiful sunny day. It doesn't look like it's going to rain. Um, so I think we're going to be okay. And yeah, we've had breakfast, and it was, not that long ago. We came back to this place because well, for one thing, we knew it, and for another, we couldn't phone anybody and say, what's it costing there. And some of them tell you, and others don't, and so we came here, and even though we have to it's sort of backwards from where we want to go to, it's fine. Gary's just now trying to figure out how to open the awning. He's trying to get it figured out. That is it doing anything? I felt a jerk, but I don't know if that was just movement of the unit or not, because you don't know. Is it moving out? Okay, so we don't know. Anyway, I'm going to shut this off for now. I just wanted to kind of say this. And we're probably going to get our computer set up pretty much right away. Gary's going to try and get the Starlink going on his phone, I think. And we'll see if we can get the Starlink going. Because that would be just so good. If we could have the Starlink, at least we would have internet wherever we kind of needed it. And even if we're in a parking lot, if we do it right, we should be able to hide the Starlink somehow and still have internet. But we'll see how that goes. So I will be on here maybe later today, just saying what we're going to do. We bought ourselves some snacks for this evening and something to eat. We've got eggs and
some cookies.
We bought cookies. Yes, cookies. So yes, we will have we'll have snacks later on. Maybe we'll have tea or coffee. I think Gary's getting coffee. He says I haven't had coffee for ages in our own place. So yeah. So we're prepping, getting things in order. We're also going to be going through the food. We did find a place we can drop it off. We will be going back tomorrow to the same place as we've been. Maybe. We did see a big mall when we were coming here that may or may not, it had a Costco, may or may not be conducive to us staying for the night, for tomorrow and tomorrow night. Because then Saturday we have our bigger money. Will be in our bank accounts, and we'll be able to access that and get full tank of fuel, and then be able to basically head to where we really want to be, stopping probably in the area that we were in to get to the Canadian Tire. Sorry, I'm showing you nothing. To go to the Canadian Tire and pick up a few things, maybe stop at a Value Village that we wanted to see there, a Dollar Tree, things like that. We're not going to get groceries until we're in the new area, like the big lot of groceries. We didn't buy very many groceries today, and yet it cost us $40-some. So it isn't cheap buying groceries, and we don't want to overload our place. I find that the two of us are more takeout food people.
Like salads.
Yeah, we like salads. So I did get some lettuce. I actually got one of those 3 packs of romaine lettuce, and it was $2.99, which is really not expensive at all. I mean, I'm used to paying $4.99 for the same thing in Lethbridge, so it wasn't that expensive here. And that was in a no-frills store. And we picked up some pop, which was about the same price as everywhere else. And we got some chips and cookies. Don't forget cookies. And I don't remember what else.
Some dessert pies.
Dessert pies. Yeah, we got those. They were regular $1.50, but we saw blueberry ones that were on sale for 50% off, so we got those. I mean, I don't really care if it's a day old. As long as it's not moldy, I'm good. What else did we got? We got English muffins for breakfast. So we can have eggs and bacon. I'm going to take the bacon out tonight, and we can cook it up tomorrow morning or cook it up tonight later. I'm going to take it out like this afternoon, and I think I'll take the burgers out. And that almost empties the freezer. We have some Parmesan cheese in there, and we have some puff pastry in there that I have to use up somehow, somewhere along the way. And that'll empty out the freezer unless we put stuff into it. So, Oh yeah, we got some cheese. I can't remember. Tomatoes. So yeah, anyway, we got a few things. I keep chopping Gary's head off. And we're going to be just relaxing here, getting online, seeing what we can do. I might even go out and dig around under the trailer, although we do have plans for doing that. We are going to later on be going into some campground area of some kind to be fully hooked up for a couple of nights so that we can. I've been vacated. I've been escaped from. So you're kind of looking at empty chairs now. I'm sorry about that. I can't turn the camera on and show you me talking because I have to hold the camera because I don't have any means of right now. Later on, we'll set up the tripod and maybe have a little conversation like we like to have. But for now, this is what you get. So anyway, we are going to be going into a campground of some sort for 2 nights. And I want to go underneath into the basement, into where we've got all the paper and everything, and see if it's all still good, if there's stuff we need to check out because it's not good, and check through and see what all's down there and where it is, and start doing some projects while we're in that park, whatever it is. So I'm going to shut this off for now, and we will talk to you another time, or later today, or I don't know, the next time I talk to you. Alrighty, you take care of yourselves, and we'll talk later. Bye. Okay, doke.
Okay,
Hello.
we made it.
We made it.
What a trip.
Okay, when is it? This is July the
One day. It's
20th.
Friday.
It's the 26th today.
26.
It's the 26th today. I set the time and everything on this thing, so it's all there.
Okay, so. Yeah, we came back from the campground this morning, sort of.
Well, we left around just after noon, before 12:30.
And it's now 2:30.
So it took us 2 hours to get here. It was supposed to take us about 45 minutes. So yeah. But we had to go through downtown Hamilton, and they're doing construction everywhere, and there was traffic all over. And we got stuck in one lane and got turned off there. And then we had to find our way back to the street we were supposed to be on. And every time we turned around, there was more construction.
Yeah, downtown is not a nice place to drive with something this big.
No,
Not at all.
no. We did see some kind of cool things. McMaster University is basically all over Hamilton. There's a big, huge 1 block size building downtown. Then there's another one was further up the street that was equally as big. And then when we got out of downtown and out into the country, there was another huge campus area. So they are quite big. We saw the children's hospital being built onto. Hamilton is famous in Ontario for having lots and lots of hospitals, and very good ones. The best sort of medical area in the province, including Toronto, because they've got hospitals for everything. We saw a huge hospital, and it was specifically for eyes, for eye problems and eyes. So yeah, it was interesting driving, but it was also really scary. And Gary hit the curb a couple of times, and the streets are not, they're narrow, so they're not made for this.
Well, they were built for horse and buggies.
Yeah.
It's an old city.
Well, parts of it is old, yes. And some of the buildings are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, some of the houses, we saw some really big houses. Really big.
Some of the houses were built in the 1800s.
Yes.
And so the
Yeah.
streets were a lot narrower in them.
Yeah. And even on the ones where the streets would be a decent width, they've made them into 4 lanes. So 2 on each side, which makes the lanes really narrow. And it's great if you're driving a little car, not so good if you're driving a big motorhome. And the buses even have trouble. I mean, we saw one bus. It was a bus that had what do you call those? It was a bendy bus. Yeah, it was a bendy bus, and it kind of was having a problem. It had to go over a curb to get into the parking lot. It had to go into. They have quite a few buses. We've seen them even here. They come in several times a day and drop people off at and pick them up, of course, at the Walmart here. So we're back in our Walmart. Our Walmart. I mean, we've been here 2 weeks less a day. So one night in a campground. It was so nice. So talk about the campground.
Well, the campground was, well, we stayed there once before.
Yeah.
Only during the day. So we got our batteries all charged up. The electricity was on. And so we got our coach batteries charged up. And then we got our engine batteries all charged up also.
Yeah.
So everything's good.
We dumped our tanks, filled up with water.
Yeah, we even
so we're all clean.
Fired up the generator, so we know it's working now.
To know it can. Well, I mean, now we're down in fuel, so it probably wouldn't come on. But tomorrow we get more money. It's a more money. That's our life. It's money to money. And we finally heard from the girl who gets our mail that the MasterCard and the other thing are in. So we'll be getting those hopefully early next week. We'll go in on Monday and see if they've arrived. But we don't know if she sent them. So she's supposed to send us the tracking number so we can see where it is and when it arrives. But because we don't have internet here, it's a little difficult. So Gary can go inside and just ask him, have I got a parcel here? Kind of thing. And then we'll send her the money to pay for it. We told her to try and send it overnight if she could. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that's about it. Our exciting trip today. It would have been nice if we could have videoed going through that mess downtown.
I didn't dare take the camera out because I was helping Gary kind of watch things, and it's really funny because my eyes are such that it's really hard for me to see judge distance very well, and with Gary having to watch traffic and everything, that's why he hit the curb. And I said, well, I thought you might hit it. And he said, you should have told me. And I said, well, I didn't know for sure. I mean, because my eyes are so bad that I could look at it and say, oh, you might hit the curb, and then he wouldn't, or he'd have lots of distance. So I don't say very much about things like that. I was watching cars, but I did say a couple of times, stay over on your side because you're really close to the cars. Because we had cars coming up, and rather than getting over to the right-hand side in their lane and giving us a bit of space, no, they just plow on through and don't even actually notice. Yeah, people are funny. And there was those fellows that were walking past. That was funny because in our windows, Gary reads cards, and so in our windows we have card reader and his phone number. And just in case, somebody wants to have their cards read, and then we make a few dollars. But there was these two young fellows walking past, and the one guy, they were admiring the motorhome to start with. I had my window open so I could hear everything, and we were stopped. And they were walking past, and they were talking about the motorhome and how cool it looked and all the rest of it. And then the one guy saw the sign in the window, and he said, hang on, he said, card reader. And the other guy says, And he says, what the heck does that mean? The other guy says, I don't know, maybe he reads like cards, like business cards or something. So I got a bit of a chuckle out of that, but I didn't want to laugh out loud because, you might get accused of being prejudiced or something. But it was funny, They weren't that young. I mean, they were probably in university. Yeah, well, they were old enough to be in university, let's put it that way. So, interesting stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
But it was really funny. And Bree just basically slept on the floor all the way. So now by the way, hardly slept. We went to bed last night at 11:30, I think it was. I was up about 1:30 and stayed up until 7:30. And then we went back to sleep about 11:30 for a half an hour. And I didn't sleep, I just sort of rested because I was afraid we were going to sleep through and not be out of there on time. And because 1 o'clock is checkout time. So yeah, so we we had a little. I haven't had any sleep, so I'm running on fumes right now.
I think we should go lay down.
I need to have something to eat, so I'm gonna have something to eat first, and then I think yeah, it's a good idea to go and lay down. It's really hot too, so we've got the windows open, and because we can't turn on the air conditioner unless we have electricity. And when we were in the park, we didn't need it. It was beautiful there, lots of trees, and it was quite nice. Anyway, oh, there's Bree saying hi to Dad. There's the girl saying hi to the camera. Yeah.
You don't want to lick the camera.
Yeah, no, she gets her pets and loves and does what she needs to do. So, yep. So tomorrow we'll be talking again and letting you know what we're doing. We got to make a few plans on the money once we have it. What we're going to do, where we're putting, what we're putting where. And we have budgets. We have written budgets. So we'll have to get our computers out and have a look at that. First thing we do is go and get fuel. That'll be number one. Fill up with fuel. Maybe buy breakfast. That seems to be the thing. There she is. There's the pretty girl. Oh my goodness, Sage. Look at how nice you are. Such a pretty, pretty girl. She is a beautiful dog. Beautiful personality too. I don't know if I put this on a video. Gary went up and talked. There's a vet just up in the little strip mall kind of above us. There's a tiny little hill beside us. And he went up and talked to them there to have her spayed because she hasn't been spayed, and have her shots and get her chipped because now we have to microchip her to take her over the border, and we have to pay over $1,200. So that's exciting, and that's a special. That's their spay neuter program. Thursday special. So you kind of have to get in on Thursday. Oh, this is Friday. And the sign is out, so.
Oh, it's been out all week.
Oh, okay. Okay. Anyway, so we're going to go and do that. We're going to go and have some sleep and have something to eat. Have a drink. I'm really thirsty. And I don't know what we're going to do this afternoon, but we do have everything charged up so we can play games and do things like that. So we will talk to you again probably tomorrow, let you know what's going on, where we're going, what we're doing. We're going to be heading, well, not right away. We're going to be sticking around here maybe one day. We'll see. And
we'll be here until Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, because we have to wait for this thing to arrive. So we're going to be here for a few days. And Gary's going to go and see if he can talk to the fellow over at Staples and see if he can help us with my Yahoo account. He has helped others, he said, so we'll see if he can. Anyway, we will talk to you all later. Have a good rest of your day, and take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Say bye, Bree. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Woof. Say woof. She won't. Not on camera.
No.
No.
Your camera
not on woof. Anyway.